Moo was a black and white cat. He had been named after those black and white cows Sonnet had seen pictures of in nursery rhyme books. But when she saw something that could have been Moo crouched on the ground, it turned out to be a white dish towel Villy had dropped onto last fall's dark trampled leaves while she was playing some game of her own invention. "Moo!" Sonnet called again, her voice catching in a sob. If Moo never came home again, what would Gramps do? Would he go back to being that broken-down old man, weeping soundlessly on the couch, the way he had been last fall, but this time with no comforting cat beside him? "Please come home! Moo! Moo!" In the distance, she heard a screech of brakes on the curve of the road right by the farmhouse. Was it the sound of someone swerving to avoid hitting a cat, or of someone braking too late? "Moo!" Sonnet wailed, as if this could make any difference to whatever might have happened. Then she saw someone coming through the place where the fence at the back of the orchard had fallen down. The orchard wasn't really an orchard, just a stretch of trampled grass with one old apple tree. Most people would just call it a backyard, but Gramps always called it the orchard, so the rest of them did too. The house on the other side of the fence belonged to a family with a boy her age, who was in some of her classes at Wakefield Middle School. The person coming toward her was the right height to be Zeke. She didn't know him very well. He always seemed sullen and bored, and everything he said in class came out sounding superior or sarcastic. Zeke must have heard her shrieking, "Moo!" She hoped he hadn't heard how close she was to crying. Well, he'd be crying too if it was his cat that had been struck by a speeding car. What was he doing in their orchard anyway? Then she heard a frantic meowing and saw a black and white object wriggling in his arms. "This is your cat, right?" Zeke said, as she ran to him, her heart bursting with relief and gratitude. Moo hadn't been hit by a car. Moo was alive. Moo was coming home again to Gramps.